Hello, 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 everyone. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. It is currently 17 degrees Celsius with a humidity 69%, which means in Fahrenheit, let's just switch it, it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's a coolish day, but it's nice to be out there. Welcome, Angela. Welcome, Barbara. Nice to see you guys. I thought today we would do some decorative hearts. I'm running low and I'm working on a journal. So I thought I would do some hearts today. I appreciate you guys for being here. Barbara, you missed a fun time on Friday. We played Pictionary, lots of laughs. I think you would have enjoyed it, but I know you can't be here all the time. I get it. Um, I got some wonderful stuff from Angela. We were in a swap from Beth's room, and it was a cluster swap. I totally forgot what I was swapping with her. I did send her stuff. I got this wonderful little charm made with love. She sent me a whole bunch of lady stickers, which I think is fantastic because I'm going to start that lady journal soon. Some wonderful, wonderful lady stickers. I also got the clusters, of course. Very interesting clusters. A piece of lace and some stamped wonderful little cards wrapped with a wonderful gold ribbon. So, rickrack. So, those will be coming up in some of my work soon. Like I say, the ladies are going to go in my lady journal. I want to, um, I think the title of the journal is The She to My Nanigans, but I haven't quite decided yet. But hey, Belinda, welcome, welcome. I was just showing what Angela had sent me in my wonderful swap that I got from her. Today I want to do hearts. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with the decorative hearts I do. Doesn't really matter. We're going to start from scratch. I've got a bunch of jelly prints and just painted paper kind of things. And I'm just going to build from that. Hey, Sherry, welcome. So as usual, I've got a pair of scissors and we're just going to start by cutting a bunch of hearts. This is a piece of paper that I put on my gel plate, then used my embossing folder on it. So I got some wonderful flowers. I think it turned out really nice. So we'll start with just a piece. We're going to fold it, you know, the way Kim does it. And we're going to cut a shape, a heart shape. And I always fold my paper in half just so it's symmetrical. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. It's just that I do have some people who prefer symmetrical. So I cut that out. I have a fair sized bit left. So I'm just going to, and it's doubled, right? So I'm just going to fold that and I'm going to cut little hearts out of that. Because sometimes you just want to put a little cluster of hearts or, just a couple of little hearts on a page. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So now I've just got some little hearts. I can decorate these as well if I so desire. But they're little enough and they're fun. I could just add them to something. And this stuff, believe it or not, ooh, look, I got a nice point here. Do I do it? Do I do it? Can I do it? Hope everybody's having a wonderful weekend. Grandson and his girlfriend came yesterday. He needed to do an oil change, and he didn't know how to do an oil change on his vehicle, so he got his grumpy to help him with that. Oh, that's just an odd shaped heart now. No, it's just going to go. Just go. We don't need that, right? So that was kind of fun. They, of course, stayed for supper. I'm going to cut this down the middle because otherwise it can get too big. And I don't want overly big hearts. And again, when I'm folding it, I'm just going to fold it up to the white so that I don't have quite as much white. Hi, Anne. Welcome. Missed you too. Nice to see you. Today we're doing hearts. I'm just lopping up a bunch of hearts out of some you know, painty papers and gel prints that I have. And so I'm going to do the same thing with this corner. I'm just going to fold it up and just do a little heart out of it because I can. And I hate to waste. You know the way it works in my world. So I think I've got enough of the purple. Maybe I'll just use this one little piece up and I'll put that to the side because we know I can use it for something different. How have you been, Anne? Hearts color? It is. We could do hearts colors. I don't think I'm going to have ticks and fleas on them, though. Not sure. You never know. So, yeah, so my boy and his girlfriend were here yesterday. They said they were going to come in the afternoon, and of course, they came right before supper because that's what he does. So they stayed for supper. Yeah, that's what you were saying, Anne. Sorry to hear that. No bugs, please? No. So I'm just going to lop this one. This is just a piece of painty paper done on a magazine. I think it was probably a flyer of some sort. Looks to have kids' toys on it. Again, these are just papers that I've made marks on, No, we won't do any bugs today. No bugs today. Oh, that doesn't have a point. That's okay. Doesn't matter if it has a point or not. The blast might mean it's working. Maybe. And one more of these. Just going to grab some papers that I had kicking around because I've always got papers kicking around. So I've got 3 of those. I'm not even going to cut out of those corners. I have some scrapbook paper. I don't know how well you can see the print on it. It's a nice little dainty floral design. I'm going to use this too to make some hearts. Again, I am lopping them into hunks. I'm not measuring. I'm just freehanding because that's the way I roll. No stress. No stress here. Want no stress. Yeah, there are times I'll still wear a mask also, Belinda. Depends where I'm going. Like if I'm just going to the local grocery store, it's just in the next town. I don't. But if I'm going to the city and I'm shopping, I probably do. Quite often anyway. No stress, no worries, exactly. So now I'll have 3 blue ones. Oh, that's a wonky one. You know what? It's okay. The wonky ones are fine. It gives it a little bit of character. If I want a better point on it, though, I'll be honest. I do like points at the bottom of my hearts. So just a heads up, everyone. I don't know who will be interested. Interested? Good. Interested or not, I am doing a pop-up live on Wednesday with Kel. She has a crochet pattern she needs a hand with. So I'm going to team with her Wednesday at 12:45 and help her out with that. Yeah, if you don't have to leave the house, I really like to just stay home personally too. So I've got some interesting hearts. We'll start with these after I've cut this one. we'll start with these and I will show you how I decorate them. Or maybe I'm going to do one more, but a little bit bigger and wider. It is a good thing that we've got craft supplies to keep us busy. So I'm going to show you how I do a bigger heart. So what I'm going to do is, it's quite long. It's quite a long rectile. I don't rectile. Good rectangle, and I'm going to cut quite a large heart from that. So it's very, very stretched out. So then what I do is I take the sides and I fold them in, or one side and fold it in, and I cut a heart shape out of that. Just a little one. So it's got like a peekaboo window. And then this side I would do quite a large decoration on, probably like a floral collage or something. So let's do another one like that because I do like having those on hand. Has anybody been working on anything special? I did another set of letters with those Kimbits that I marked up. These ones. I've still got a stack of them that I can use. See, that's kind of almost like wings. Got a weird bump at the bottom. It is wonderful having the arts and craft supplies to keep us amused. I asked my grandson's girlfriend if she had any hobbies, and she said, I like to paint. It's the way I get rid of stress. And I went, oh, come with me. Nice. Nice. So I've got a big wide one here with quite a window. That's good. So I'm just going to take these papers and I'm going to lop them off to the side. Put them away. No, well, they're not away, but they're at the side. So I'm going to throw these out as fun as they could be. And I'm going to start with these purple ones. Take two purple, and those ones are for a different decoration style. And take these two. Maybe I'll just take one of each, okay? I've got one of each. She does like to paint, and she used to knit. So it's like, oh, I have a new friend, I hope. I hope. She said that she would come over and play with me one day, so I'm very excited. So I'm just looking for I guess this might be a metallic. Let's try this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cup and I'm going to draw some curved lines. It is important to get outside of the house every once in a while. Oh, that's a nice metallic. You can't see it really. So I think I want a black. I want a big black. I'm going to go on either side of that metallic line that I just did. So this outer one, I'm going to do a little bit thicker. I'm going to just, I should put my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Doing an apartment complex? Well, I have glued some of the buildings together, Barbara. So it does look like a block of house kind of things. Is that what you're talking about? I will show you. I think I showed them last week. Not sure. I'll just grab them. They're here handy someplace. You know, these ones. So these ones, I've glued some together so that it's like a block. Belinda? Sorry if I said Barbara, it's Belinda. So I've done those. Is that what you're talking about, Belinda, or are you talking about like the fairy houses themselves? I haven't done them because why? Let me grab some of those. I think it's because are you talking about doing like stacked kind of thing like this? Like a cluster kind of thing? Thanks, Anne. Like this, like or in a row, like a strip housing. What are they called? Townhouses? Fairy house without the room. Oh, so that they're like this way? Thanks, Barbara. So what you're saying is if I cut out like a staggered group all out of one color, like say the green, staggered it, put the same kind of roof on each kind of tier, and then decorate it. Or one big roof over. Fairy house without the room. So that would be like okay. Let's see if I can do this. The hearts can wait. They're not going anywhere. I can do hearts. So you're saying a fairy house. Let's grab. I have a piece of yellow construction paper. Yeah, challenge Kim time. Here we go. Works for me. So if I do this, wobble cut the sides as usual. And I'm just going to cut the top so that I can put a different roof on it. And yeah, it's not straight. That's okay. That is just fine. So now we need some white paper for the windows and something for the doors. What have I got in the bin beside me? I've got this blue. So I'm going to do a nice double door in the middle. Out of a hunk of this blue. I'm going to fold it in half because I like folding things in half. Or does it challenge us? I don't know. We'll find out. And I want two arches, two arched doors. I'm going to cut them separate now, but just so that they match. So then I'll have two doors. Let's have them just at one side of the building, actually. I think that'll be more fun. It'll give us more room to play. Grab the glue. Whoop! That was scissors that just hit the floor. Good thing my feet weren't down there. Explain it in words what you want to see me do. That too. Glue. Elmer's glue all. You know, it's what I use. You know what? I've been having trouble speaking lately. I don't know what. It could be because my brain goes faster than my mouth, and because I get excited. Somebody wants to play with me, giving me ideas, right? So I get a little bit garbled, for which I apologize. It's okay though. Okay, so I've got doors. I'm going to use this for the roof. So I'm going to do a wobble cut for the bottom. Oh, wait. I've got a great idea. It's okay. It's not straight. Cut a strip. Do a wobble cut. This is how I've done some of my other roofs. So I've got a piece of paper, do a wobble cut, and a straight line. So now I'm going to cut a straight line here. Then I'm going to do a wobble cut. Doesn't matter. Straight line. Alternate. Wobble cuts and straight lines. Do you know what I'm doing? Comment above explaining. No roof on the fairy houses, just the buildings atop the fairy house to resemble like apartments above a store. I don't understand about. So this would be a storefront. Let's see if I've got this now. This would be a storefront. And then there would just be apartments above, and the roof, no roof, it would just be flat. Do I have it now? I wish we had a whiteboard on here so that you could draw it for me. Okay, so no roof, just a whole bunch of little apartment windows and like balconies. Well, anyway, this will be a roof for something. Put that away. Okay, so we need windows. We need a piece of white, just a plain piece of white scrap paper. I got this. I'm just going to rip this white stuff off. Cut some windows. I'm going to do a bit longer window so it almost looks like a French door. Across the top. All right. I can do that. We'll do wobble windows because I like wobble windows. Like that. Windows across the top. There'll be 3 apartments across this one. Yeah. See, there was way back. We used to use this program called Powwow, and a whole bunch of carvers would get together on there and chat. And we had a whiteboard so we could draw things and explain things to each other. It was fantastic. Oh, oops. Okay, I'm wobble cutting. Wobble cutting here, guys. Wobble cutting. Okay, so I've got 3 windows. Window kind of door things. There could be French doors. I'm going to glue those down too. Yeah. I would love to do something like that. I would love to do. We could do that on. Oh, you're not on Facebook. Because I've done that with other people on Facebook. There's been a group of us together that get together, but we could do a Zoom. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. really do. Can you just place the buildings? What? Like place this building on top of the house? I don't. I'm. This is not wrapping around my head, or my head's not wrapping. Something. So, let me. So, these would go above the buildings, above the houses. Or these would be above here, above this door. Okay, so I've got these above that. Yes or no? She doesn't want to do Facebook. But we could definitely do a Zoom. There's also a teachables.com thing that we could do group things on. Like this, Belinda? Can you sketch something out and send it to me on Facebook? The buildings above those blue, like this. Or the houses on the bottom. And then this on top. Off the paper. That needs to get good done. Go, go. Like that? No. The buildings I had a few minutes ago. The big buildings. These ones? So that these would go on top of those. Is that what you're saying? Fairy houses on the bottom and those on the top? My fairy houses would all have to be the same size. Like this? That could be kind of cute. Why don't I just do buildings like that, but fairy house style with the wonky windows and the flower boxes? Buildings top the two blue houses. These blue houses, like that? Do I have it now? Those houses? These ones? These ones. This one. I've got it. Like that. That could be cute. But again, why don't I do fairy house apartment buildings? Like this, but do it this decorative style with the wonky windows. These don't have a curved roof. This one, is this the one you're talking about? That's one building. That's one house. That one just has. I'm. This one or this one? You thinking maybe like this? This one. That could be interesting. Could be interesting. I think she means like this. So we've got more like a city skyline. This way, correct? Am I in focus? Like that. I'm so confused about blue houses. This is not the blue houses, correct? That one can go away. Yes, no. And then this one, like this. That's doable. Like this. Okay. I got it now, guys. But those would be fairy houses, correct? So then they would be like that. I've never thought of that. I think what I would like to do though is do it totally fairy house style and not this style. Just do a stack of. Oh, I could do different colors. Like that. Something like that. Hmm. So this would be kind of like a border. Oh, I get you. So it would be storefront on the bottom with small buildings up top or small apartments up top. So then I'll be there. Just give me a second. Gotta move my chair out of the way. Pick up the scissors so that I don't step on them with bare feet. So it'd be kind of like, oh, not enough room. Which way am I going? Like this. Like that. Because that's kind of like the message that Anne sent. Storefront on the bottom. And like that. Okay. I could do ones like that. But fairy house style. Okay. Yeah, I could do those. put my baseboard back over here out of the way. I get you. I get you now. So then, if this is the storefront, right? Storefront. Would the top ones all be different colors? Are we going for that effect? Or the same way as on the baseboard, where it was just single apartments? Oh, the fairies don't do zoning and building laws. So then there would be like a big storefront window here and a sign. We could do that. Let's turn that into a storefront. Where'd that other window go that I had cut out? Did I lose it? Is it on the floor? I'll make another one. I'll make another one. Paperback. Anne sent a wonderful picture. I wonder if I could, let's see if I can get it on my tablet and show you. Come on. And this, that. So this is the picture that Anne sent. Oh, look, there's me. Hi, guys. You can't see for the glare. Let's try and clean the screen. Oh, very grungy, this screen. So that's very much like the baseboard, but that's exactly what you're talking about. Storefront and then fairy house on top. I can't draw worth beans either. Okay, so let's try that. This is going to be, let's do another window here. It's actually going to be a door, but that's okay. This. There's that one. Those are going to be I'm going to put balconies and stuff in front of them in a moment. We got to do a store window here. So let's just do that kind of rectangular-ish. Ish, I said. It's going to be wobble cut because it's Fairyland. Fairyland doesn't have much straight stuff in it. So that's going to be the store window. And I'll glue that down. It depends on if you make the beans yourself or if you buy them, Barbara. It's much cheaper to make them yourself. They just take a long time. Okay, so now we've got a storefront. We need a sign that says Hank's Hardware. Is that Hank's Hardware that we're living above? I like it. Just need a piece of colored paper that I can make a sign out of. Oh, too big. Too big. Bolton's Hardware? Yeah, it could very well be. It could very well be. Yeah, still too big. Fulton's Pantry could be that too. What about Fulton's Party Pavilion? Parlor? Let's see some alliteration here. Well, that's going to have to do. Maybe I'll have it hanging on a chain in front of the window. There we go. So let's outline the windows. Kim's Kitchen could be that too. Let's outline these windows. These ones. Ooh, those windows go above the door, the yellow. That's okay. Everything is fine. We do this. And I think that on these, we're going to have, straight lines, but that's okay. And then we're going to have like window frames at the top. And it's going to be a door. Those are going to be doors. Oh, that one's really wonky. That's okay. And then this one is going to have a nice gridded window. Now we're going to take a colored marker, cafe. And what do we want to use? Let's use I want something fun. Well, let's use purple. So everything's trimmed in purple because we can. Be so much easier if I'd have just chopped out hunks of purple and then did the white on top. But I don't mind coloring. If you guys don't mind hanging in there while I do this. Yeah, that baseboard I showed you, I did 72 feet of baseboard like that. I have the door to the laundry area done in the same kind of buildings. And I also have the bulkhead where the ducting is behind. Also done with buildings like that. Painted that in 1991, I think. Something like that. So I'm just doing the trim of the windows in purple because I can, because it's fun. I do like to cook. I do. I like to cook and I like to craft. Cleaning, not so much. I always joke that the kitchen hag has been here and made a big mess of my kitchen and leaves it for me to clean up. The kitchen hag's my alter ego. She mucks up every pot in the kitchen because she doesn't know how to cook anything small. You know, might as well make a big mess. These also need trim. The little details like the trim that gives it that little bit more character. Kim's Crafts. There we go. Or Kim's Creations. Kim's, yeah, something like that. We'll figure it out. So these also have to be in purple. Now, to do a balcony. How do I draw a balcony? I may have to draw this out first. Bear with me. It's going to be like an angle, then a railing. I got it. I got it. The angle's down. It's got a wobbly top, straight sides. We'll see. We'll see what this looks like in pencil first. All right, I'm going to do that in maybe I'm going over. I bet they have to be in black, like a wrought iron railing almost. They come down, they go across. Then there's bars. I like it. I'm going to come back with white and do a little bit of decoration on it yet. The art gallery. Sort of like that. Now we need to hang this orange sign. And that's going to say, let's get a nice fine marker and let's do it in a blue. Kim's Creations. Okay. Then we're going to outline that in black, edge it. Got a sign, guys. We've got a sign, and it's going to go here. And then I'm going to do like a chain. That's okay. I can go back to the hearts. That's not a problem. You threw a challenge at me. I like challenges. You know, it's how I roll. Okay, so got to let that dry because that is a water-based marker. I think the doors need some windows as well. Big windows. Wobbling cut. You know, that's the way it goes. Oh, too big. Too big. We'll just wobble cut them down here. There we go. Nice big windows in the doors. I think they still need to be a smidge smaller. This is the fun of this, Belinda. You know, I like it that you can challenge me. It shows participation and gets my mind working. I do hearts often, so having this challenge is a lot of fun. Okay, curiosity works too. Either way, it's fun. It is fun. Oh, and okay, let's get these outlined and stuff first. Let's get the chain drawn on this. I'm just going to use the gel pen to do a chain. And that's going to have a bar across with some sort of decorative something. I don't know what those are. Okay, so now we've got it hanging from a bar. Need these outlined in black. Oops. No, that one's not too very wobbly. I'll just pretend like it is. And then got to do the purple for the trim. This is fun. It's fun, fun, fun. And then I'm not going to put grids on these windows. They're going to be wide. But I am going to take just a little piece of that orange. Where did I put? There it is. Just across like this. And I'll round it off. This is play to me. This is what I like to do. So I appreciate the gauntlet being dropped, if that makes sense. I'm going to outline this in black with this one. So back to Anne's little ATC book. Inspirational, motivational quotes is always fun. And what did I use? I used blue. So I'm going to do an open sign. I'm going to hang it in this window. You're in the balcony for a brief time? Okay. So it's getting there. It's getting there. I have to wobble cut this top because that one's like right against. That's better. That's better. It was just too straight. Okay. So now we need some plants in plant boxes hanging on the balcony. What do we want to use? Oh, I guess I have to do the black inside the windows first. And I'm going to grab my gray pencil crayon and I'm going to add shadows to the windows. Just a little bit of shading. gray pencil crayon is right here. Magic. So we're just going to go like this on the windows for some shadows. On these ones as well. There's wet glue somewhere because I just stuck my hand in it. Where's the glue? I don't know. And then each of these little windows. Hey, Jean. Welcome, welcome. I started doing hearts and we had a plot twist. So now I'm doing a fairy apartment block over a building, storefront. Missed one. All right. All right. Okay, so now we need some plants for the balconies. We need a couple of little plant pots. Let's just grab a piece of this. We're just going to make a bunch of little plant pots and planters. That'll be 2. I just need little plant boxes for each window, balcony thing. Never will I have a plot twist. I know. One more. Those plant boxes are way big, Kim. Chop them in half. Yeah, I don't know where the plot twists come from or why, but it's okay. All is good. So those are going to be plant boxes on the balconies. This is going to be a plant pot or 2. I'll fold it in half and I'll do 2. What you up to today, Jean? Okay, get them apart. There we go. Okay, so I've got plant boxes. Let's put some glue on here and use a toothpick. They're small. Oh, at least you're getting it fixed today. We had rain overnight. So it's a nice day out here today. I was telling the folks that they should have come and played with us on Friday because it was a lot of fun. Okay, so there are plant boxes on the balcony. There's going to be plant pots on either side of the big window at the bottom. All right. So now I'm going to outline these guys in black. Not that you're going to see it by the time I throw some flowers and stuff on there, of course, but that's just fine too. The plant pots you'll see. Unless I have lots of trailing stuff. But we'll see what happens. Never know what's going to happen. Yeah. Okay, so we've got plant boxes and plant pots. We've got balconies and an open sign. Let's grab a green marker. Again, I'm just going to be using Crayola markers. Just using a dark green one for the background thingies, leaves, branches, things. Again, just giving it a little bit of depth, I think. Yeah, got to do the doorknobs too. I've got a light green one. I'm going to do some more stuff with the light green. Oh, this one. Don't forget this one. And then I'm going to come in. Let's do the doorknobs. Doorknobs. I'm going to use a white gel pen to go around them so that you can see them. And I'm going to do the hinges. Oh, those are way too close. Doesn't matter. Wonky houses. All's good. I didn't outline these in black. The windows. Must do that. Must remember to do it all. Okay, let's put a couple of stripe kind of things on the pots. It's getting there. Getting there, getting there. What am I going to use for flowers? Let's grab an orange Crayola marker, and I'm just doing dots. Because they're fast, they're simple, and we just need hints that there are flowers on these. And what else? What other colors? Some pink, maybe? Will the pink show? Yeah. Doesn't have to be too detailed. You just want the effect, not a lot of detail. Hey, Shaz, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. How have you been? And we'll do some blue ones because we can. Just doing had a plot twist, and I'm just doing a fairy apartment over a store front. All right. What do you think, guys? Guess we could have little tufts of grass in front too. There we go. We have a fairy business. I think it needs a roof. I think it needs a roof. I don't know. I don't know. Feedback. Roof or no roof? That would make a nice pocket in a journal. Okay. All right. Let's put these little guys back. This one back. Yeah, Belinda's dream came true. Well, I hope it did. I think it's cute. Okay, look, I've got bits. These bits are going in the garbage. All right. So, I was going to doodle on this heart. It's okay. I liked it. It was fun to do. It really was fun to do. I was just going to do some hearts with some doodles on them. No, I like the fact that it was a challenge for me. I really do like that. As long as it's not the Eiffel Tower, all is good. Okay, so I just drew some lines on this heart. Now I'm going to come with the white and I'm going to decorate it. I bet I could do a wonky Eiffel Tower. You should have seen the one I tried drawing yesterday or Friday. Where is that? Remember, we were playing Pictionary. It was brutal. It was brutal. I cannot draw the Eiffel Tower. Nay, nay. Nay, nay. So now I'm just going to doodle on the black lines that I did. Again, so often I go really, really elaborate. And I'm really trying hard to not be as elaborate as I have in the past. It takes a lot of time. And of course, I don't sell my work, but I think that I need, it was brutal. It was really brutal. Um, I'm just trying to not necessarily get away from the elaborate doodles and bits that I do, but I realize that it's taking an awful lot of time. Not that I mind, but if I do start selling my work, there's no way I'm going to get paid for my time, if you know what I mean. Says she as she goes crazy with little dots and things. Okay, I'm going to consider this heart complete. Just something to, hey, Kurzo, welcome. Just add a little bit of something onto a page. Okay, this one I am going to do, I think I want to do some stamps. I did pull out my stamps and stamp pad. I figure if I do some stamping on some, if I've got some little flowery stamps that I can always embellish if I want. These little tiny hearts I am just going to leave as they are. They just fill in nicely. Little one. Okay, so let's do these ones with stamps on. Got my blocks. That is glue. So I pulled out all these stamps, the acrylic stamps. And I'm just looking for some little flowery kind of things. Those birds are kind of cute. Nope. Got this big swirl thing. That could be cute. Snowmen. Got lots of like little trees. Flocks of birds. I like this one. And this one. That one. And that one. And this one. Got some little flower ones. I think these are the ones I'm going to end up using. I don't know where this is from. These stamp sets. I was at a farmer's market, flea market, and they had these sets of stamps for $5 each. So I got them because I thought they were really cool. And I've used them a few times, but there's lots that I haven't used as well. Oh, I've got more swirly things. That's okay. That's okay. We'll use these because they're nice and little. Little. Came from a magazine? Okay. Let's see what this stamp looks like. Ooh. This ink pad's wet. I just inked it. Not sure what it's supposed to really look like. might even have it upside down for all I know. So that's kind of like a hollyhock, foxglove, larkspur. I'm not sure. Not sure. Not sure if I'm a fan. I might come back and put some color on that. This one I do like. I like that one of the rose. It's very wet. When it's dry, you'll be able to see it a bit better. I think that's what I'll do. I'll use the third print from it. That should be nicer. I don't know how well you can see that. It's a little rose with some leaves. Might be too small. What is this? I don't know what these are. Sure, let's use this one. I like it. What is it? I don't know. You know how that works? Oh, those are like bluebells or something. UK magazine? Okay. I don't know. It was, like I say, it was at a flea market kind of thing. They're cute. They're cute. But I have to admit, I'm still not a really big fan of stamps. I don't know why. And I know that stamps are so useful. I really do. They're just not my thing. They are just not my thing. Well, that one's okay. That one I don't mind so much. And the rose I don't mind. But these other ones, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, I like them when they're much paler. I think the stamp pad's too wet then. Okay, anyway, they each have a stamp on it. Lid. So then what I will do when the ink is dry, I will go in with some colored pencils and I will color them in. I've had these for a few years, Shaz. I'm not even sure how many years I've had them. But the whole set, no, not that set. They both came from the same place. There's this one that has like all the laundry and stuff, clotheslines and things, baby stuff, happy birthday. And then this one, this weeping willow is gorgeous. I'll show you what the weeping willow looks like. I know it's not perfect for the hearts, but it's nice on it. It would be nice like on a tag or just decorating a plain page. Wow, it doesn't want to even come off that acetate here or whatever this plastic stuff is stuck on. Let's use this. Let's put it level. And let's take a piece of paper, something that we might want to use afterwards. Let's just grab a piece from here. Why not this vibrant yellow? No, I need that. Here's these. They're very wet still. Like I say, I inked the pad today because it was dry. I kind of like this style better than We'll see. We'll see how I manage to get those decorated. Probably won't be online today doing it, but I will play with it. Yeah, the clothing, yeah, it could be used on paper dolls, I suppose. Never thought of that. Never thought of that. All right. This is a bigger stamp. But I really love this weeping willow. Yeah, magazines with surprises are fun. Look at that beautiful weeping willow. That one is a very, very nice stamp, I admit. Sherry, what have you used them for? Is this the one that you've got or the one with the clothes? Yeah, that willow is very nice. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp them, and then I'll just kind of do a rough fussy cut around them, and I will use some pencil crayons and go over the leaves and the trunk. And then I'll just have little things that I can stick in pockets or whatever. Yeah, they could be cute in green. On green. Let's see, do I have any plain green paper? Got every other color under the sun. Way at the bottom, I have. What have I got? Come out, come out. Ooh. This is a piece of the cardstock. Even better. How's that for green? Okay. I'm not a card maker. Nope. I struggle with that. Tags and things I'm okay. Cards are not my thing. I like it on the yellow. Once I color it in, it'll be nice. But it is nice on the green as well. But I will come in with some pencil crayons again. Might as well do a few, and then I can just stick them in the pockets of that journal that I'm making right now, actually. It's a floral journal. So these would be, oh, smudged. These would be cute as just pocket tucks. Extra, little tag writing spots, whatever. So the journal's going to have 4 signatures, so I could stick like 2 green and 2 yellow, one in each signature. I started as a junk journaler. No, what did I start with? Can't even remember what I started with paper-wise. Because I was always more into the paints, carving, quilting. This paper and glue thing is really quite new to me. But I'm having fun with it. I am having fun with it. Probably not, Belinda. I have black and I have white. Like I say, I don't do stamps as a rule. I really, really don't. There, I've got some to play with. I don't have a green. What I could do though is use green paint, like do one of those felt stamp pads that I make with paint in a green. Try that. I'll try that. Let's try it because I can. I have green paint right here. I have my lids and felts right here. Look, I'm even prepared. Scary. I have my water spritz bottle. And green paint. And I need a scrapey card thing. Oh, come on. We'll use this. Need a bigger splotch of green than that, Kim. Look, might as well just use my finger already. Yeah, I do paint pours too, or I haven't for a while, but I've got lots of paint pour canvases kicking around my area here. Got lots of mixed media stuff around as well, because just because. Yeah, exactly, Anne. Must use those finger tools. They're useful. Yeah, that works in the green too. This way. Can you see it in the green? Okay, might as well finish this page with weeping willows and greens as well. So I got it here. Actually, if I have a weeping willow down on a page, that almost makes a great background for a little heart. I could do like a little cluster with those weeping willows and those hearts. You like the deer in the set? Yeah, the deer are nice. They are nice also. Oh, the outside edge isn't getting enough paint. Well, the nice thing about acrylic paints is they clean off your stamps quite nicely. I just wash them with some dish soap and water, and they come nice and clean. I have a tendency to use my paint more than I use stamp pads. That way I can do them in any color I want as well. All right, whoa, I bounced it. Ugh. Well, those definitely have to be cut out really close to the stamped thing because I got big smudge. Big smudge mess. Okay, that would be a cute junk journal. Nature stuff. The one I'm working on right now is more of a floral, but that's really no surprise, I'm sure. Got a black smudge there too. Might as well try and use as much of this paint as I can right now. So as I said, on Wednesday at 12:45, I will be on live with Kel. We're doing a crochet project she needs a hand with. Sherry and I still have a crochet project that we need to work on together. Yeah, I have fun foam someplace. They're with my marbles. But yes, the fun foam underneath works really, really well. I did not grab any because I hadn't planned on really doing this, like the big stamps. That's right, you need to find yarn. But we will do it. We will do it eventually. There. I have a whack load of weeping willow trees. The Chinese, one of the Chinese legend kind of things is if you plant a weeping willow at the entrance to your garden, it keeps evil spirits away. So I have a huge weeping willow outside the front of my house. I know, the marbles. I don't know where they are. I'm still looking for them. They're here someplace. And it's funny because I was telling my grandson, I said, I lost my marbles. And he says, you lost them a long time ago. But that's not the point. The point is that he knows exactly what I use them for because he used to be the one that would shake the marbles in the paint on the papers for me for my backgrounds. But he had quite the laugh that Graham had lost her marbles. They're here someplace. Anyway, sure haven't gotten very far with the hearts, guys. I'm just going to take this and put it in some water. I will be right back. The water is just around the corner. Oh, look, crafty lunch. Oh, these. Note to self, don't wipe wet paint off on the towels. But now it's too late. Because the hands were damp, so, just wipe them on the towel? No. Oh, well. Okay, back to the hearts. That can dry. This can go away. We're not using the stamps. Not quite as big a fan of them as I had thought I would be. Yeah, weeping willows with the gonks. They're too small to go with the gonks. The gonk's pretty big. He really is. He's quite big compared to that. Those would actually go nice with the fairy houses. Let's try that. Come back. Fairy houses. Oh yeah, look. Wouldn't that be cute behind the fairy houses? Well, some of the fairy houses. Not with the fairy houses? Don't do that? Okay, I won't. I put them away. Fairy houses are away. Weeping willows are away. I want to at least get one of these hearts done, these two hearts done, because these are the ones I want for what I'm working on right now. So I've got all these little leaves cut out. So I'm going to just do a little floral on the opposite sides. glue. Yeah, some of the fairy houses. I wash it, Barbara. I wash it. Actually, what I'll do is I'll give it a bit spritz more of water so that it doesn't dry out, and then I can use it. Oh, I'm just mucky, guys. I'm just mucky. Yeah, the fairy houses do look cute with those weeping willows. I might have to do like a little pocket like that. So I'm just putting a couple of little leaves down. I'm going to put 3 in a cluster. I'm going to do that on this one as well. I don't know how well you can see that. Oh, you're welcome, Barbara. I've demonstrated it a few times. Actually, Anne asked if I could do a write up for PM Artist Studios. I did that long ago on different ways to cheap ways, frugal word, frugal to do things like that. You just have to not get it too wet. That's why I just use a spritz bottle. And again, you'll have to start saving those plastic lids. I think we had that discussion last time that you don't use those lids. Now you have to buy foods with the plastic lids so that you can do that. You know, you could just use a piece of parchment paper or waxed paper as well. You don't necessarily have to have a lid. I like it because when I work with kids, it keeps it so much better contained. Hey, Angela, welcome. So it just works really, really well, Barbara. Okay, flowers. Now, what the heck kind of flowers? Do you guys want me to make flowers? Should I use flowers I've already got done? What do you think? What would you like me to do? Me and my mucky hands. I'm just outlining them with black gel pen just to give them that little bit more punch. I've got glue on the outside of that leaf, so it's guys aren't talking to me. Do this. How about if I paint a ribbon on it today? Make flowers? Okay, I can make flowers. I'm going to put a purple ribbon on this one. I have purple. Just crafters acrylic paints, guys. Oh, I'm on a purple kick today. Look at this. That's okay. Need very little paint for a ribbon. I've just got this small brush here with me today. That's what I'm going to end up using. Let's just do a ribbon. So we're just going to paint a loop or 2. Let's do 4. 4 loops today. And then we'll just do some ribbon ends. Okay, so I just painted a 4-loop ribbon with some ends coming down. I guess this one's going to end up with purple as well because I've got way lots purple here. That's okay. This one's just going to have 2-loop ribbon. All right. Make flowers. All right, all right. I will use, what will I use? I have, I'm just looking for a piece of painted paper in a flower color. You know what? I've got all these bits here that I made. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad it turned out. Like I say, that's going to be a nice little pocket. So how about if I do orange? Because there's some orange in that. And then this orange and pink, because there's orange and pink in this one. So maybe I should do purple. No, we've got enough purple. Enough purple. Okay, so you guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to fold this in 4. This little bit of paper. I'm going to fold it in 4. I bet you can't guess what comes next. We're going to wobble cut. A roundish, wobbly flower shape. So this is a nice, cute little stripy flower. I'm going to do a black center, just with a marker, just because. Then I'm going to grab a pink. Oh, that's play school. You know, it's okay because this paper is pretty. I don't like these pencils. They don't color nice. No, I wanted Crayola. I should just throw those out. But if kids are here, that's that same one. Get out of here. Oi. All right, I'm going to use this Crayola Ruby Red, and I'm just going to do some just around the center. That's much better. Okay, so I'm just going to do that around the center on each of these 4. And of course, I'm only going to use 3 because I have to use an odd number. I have to use an odd number. You may not have to, but I have to. Got a friend who's a floral designer, and it's all odd numbers. Everything's got to be an odd number, Kim. You want it to be a little off balance to make your eye travel, she says, and I understand that. So now I am going to take the black gel pen and I'm going to do petals from the center. Just some curvy lines. You know how that works, usually. Okay, so now I've got some petals on it. Do the same thing on each of them. I'm just giving them 5 petals. Or 5 lines. Okay. Now I'm just going to take the gel pen. I'm going to do some black, almost like little stamen things. Just little lines coming off the center. This is how I make flowers. Me and my mucky fingers. So now I've got, oh my hands are mucky. 4 cute little flowers. I'm going to come with the white gel pen. This is a Uniball Signo point. I can't read that. It's in yellow on white. I'm not sure if it's a 0.5 point. I can't read it. Sorry. Not much help, I admit. And I'm just going to do the very tips of the edge of the petals. Little wobble lines, wobble cuts, weebles wobble. Fast and dirty flowers, I tell ya. Okay, so these bows are very flat looking. I'm going to add white to them. Oh, thank you, Belinda. I think they turned out pretty. A little bit of white. Oh, look, I had white on the desk anyways. Might as well have everything on the desk, Kim. Everything on the desk. So I'm going to dip it in the white and just touch the purple. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm going to go back over these bows. Bows just looked too flat to me, guys. See, by going over with the double paint on the brush, it gives it a little bit more depth, a little bit more, something a bit different. It's not flat. Like, look how flat that is. It's just there. So I'm going to do the same thing with this bow. Purple and white. And I'm going to go over each of the loops of the bow. If you can see the ones I've done already and the ones I have not done. Yes, you may. You definitely may. There you go. There you go. This is a liner brush. It is a 7250 Royal Knight 5/0. And I think it's a lan and nickel. I can't read it. It's old. I haven't bought new brushes in so long. No, thank you. I can take all the help I can get. Seriously. And then, of course, I'm going to come and outline this paint with the black gel pen as well, just to give it that extra bit of a punch. I paint lots of things with my liner brushes. I admit I like them very, very much. I have no qualms about spending $20 to $30 on a liner brush, depending on what I'm using it for. That's the one art supply I will splurge on is my liner brushes. So I think those bows look so much better with the added white. Well, thanks for being here, Barbara. I appreciate you coming. Really, really appreciate you coming. You take care too. So now I've got these little flowers. I'm only going to use three. And I think those ones, do you think they're going to get lost on this one? I'm going to hold that up. Now I'm thinking it's going to get lost on there. No, I think it's okay. What do you think? I think it's okay to use those on there. At first, sitting down here, they looked like they'd be a little pale, but I think they're going to be fine. So one of them is going to go in the bin. Put it aside to go in the bin. This one I have to do the flowers for. Um, so again, I just have a little piece of paper that I put marks on. Quite often I'll just sit and make marks on papers, then I use it for my flowers. I've used it for doing those letters that I've been doing. I use it for my Kim bits, for all kinds of various things. I don't like wasting. Yeah, it definitely does. Like the purple was just flat, but going over with the purple and white with that background, I think it worked really, really nice. So I'm just going to do the same kind of thing with these. These are going to be more of an ovally kind of flower. Same kind of thing. Take a wobble cut. I wobble cut everything, guys. Those of you who haven't been here much, everything gets a wobble cut. So these almost, with those marks, almost kind of look like they need fuller petals like that. If you know what I mean. I really like those black marks. I think maybe what I'll do is I have this really, really pale pink. Oh, yeah. The white really punches things out. Do I want to do that? No. No, we're not going to do that. We are going to take an orange pencil crayon. And that's a Crayola. And it's going to be much darker than the orange that's on there. So I'm going to start at the center and I'm just going to do some half round kind of things. I know you can't really see it, but it does add an awful lot of depth. Well, I'm glad that you're inspired by it, Angela. That you get it. So I'm just doing, like I say, marks like that. Oh, you can't see that. Sorry. You guys need binoculars when I'm on because I don't know how to zoom my camera. Do marks like this. Still can't see it. Like that. Like C's. And I'm just doing that all over this orange just for a little bit more depth. I'm not necessarily following the way the black is. The black ones that are on there, it's just going to add. Again, we're going to do, you know what? I think we're going to do a different center this time. We're going to go like this and almost like a half, a crescenty moon kind of thing. I'll show you in a minute. And with this one, I'm going to use the big, thick black marker. I will show you what I mean in just a minute. Whoa, that one's a little bent. That's okay. So even though these are both wobble cut, you can see the difference in the flowers just by adding a little bit with that orange compared to this one. This one has the pink center. This one I've done more orange. I've used a thicker marker. You can see that this is the bottom petal, so it's kind of curved over this way. Does that make sense? This is a big bottom petal kind of hanging in front. I can't explain very good. I just do, if you know what I mean. And again, I'm just going to come in with this black. You know what? I think I want to add just a little bit more depth to the center of this one as well. Something different, something different, something different. Let's try white. Let's see what the white looks like to punch out these petals. It's Crayola. Again, Crayola pencil. This one's white. That's subtle. That's very subtle. Very, very subtle. So the one here, you can see I've added white to. This one doesn't have white, but it's very subtle and it gives just a little bit of depth. Okay, Belinda, I get you. So does that make sense? I've used, like this one, I used the pink around the center. This one I've used the white. And I think it gives it something. Not sure what, but it gives it something. But I'm just doing against the black and maybe a third of the way on the petal. And I'm not doing like straight, I'm doing it so that it's like this. If that makes sense, I hope it makes sense. I'm going from the center towards the outside of the petal in a zigzaggy kind of thing so that it's not flat. It's got, it's, you know, it's got something different. Got to be different. So now they all have the white. And it does add something to it. It's like a pit bull with a stake. Yeah, you know. That's what happened here. This was a left turn. You know, plot twist. So now with this one, these ones, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, like I did the black from the center, I'm going to do white. I'm going to use the gel pen and do white sticky out things. Stamen? Are they stamen? You know what I'm talking about? I'll show you with that and one that hasn't been done. Can you see that? Wonder if I turn this light out. There you go. You can see that much better. It does. So this one just has the white around the center. This one has the white gel pen with the little stamen things. Turn on, turn on, turn on. There we go. So I'm going to do that on all of these. Again, you guys, do it your way. Just because this is the way I do it doesn't mean it's going to work the way you want it to. One more, one more. All right, all right, all right. So these look to be dry. I'm going to outline the bows with this Bic. Oh, this one's a Papermate. Huh, where'd you come from? Okay, this is a Papermate Gel 0.7. The other ones I was using usually is a Bic. It's not here. Must have taken this from upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to outline the bow. And again, it just gives it that, not necessarily depth, but it gives it distinction. That's a good word, distinction. It's a distinguished bow. You know what, Belinda? That happens to me all the time. You have no idea. Okay, this one's still a little wet. Look, paint on the fingers. So this one, because it's got 4 strands, this one strand is going over this bottom piece of ribbon. So I have to make sure when I'm outlining it, I draw the top one so that it's over, if that makes sense. It's on top. Yes, you can see that other one is behind. And the same thing with the loops. I've got one loop that is over one of the others, and the rest are all separate. Well, the other 2 are separate. Ooh, getting carried away with my outlining. Well, thank you. Doesn't show. Here, this one, you can definitely see that this bow, this ribbon, is on top of this ribbon. Can you see it now? Belinda? All right, so we've got those. Now we're going to put the flowers on. This one's dry completely, so I'm going to play with this one first. And these are the flowers that go on that one. Oh, they're big, very big. Hadn't planned on them being quite that big. Ooh, you know what? I don't want to use them. They're too big. Well, that didn't work. What about these ones? These ones are better. I'll make smaller flowers for that one. And they kind of have to be overlapping each other because I want the leaves to show and I want that ribbon to show. I might actually come, let's see. Let's see. Let's start gluing them down and figuring out exactly where they need to go. Oh, I don't always manage to get what's in my mind on the paper. Look at that Eiffel Tower. No, don't. So I like that one there because you can see the leaf and you can see that bottom ribbon. I'm wondering if I just do one big flower on each and then just a whole bunch of little ones. What do you think? You know what? I think I like that much better. You can put this one on here. Yeah, one big flower. Now I'll do little ones. Okay, you could see the ribbon. Okay. So now I've made flowers for no apparent reason. That's okay. I've got them for next time. So now, since I want littler flowers, you know what I'm going to do? It's hole punch time. Either that or I could paint some little daisies. Let's do a couple of little daisies first. Okay, these are glued down. Let's outline them. I'm sorry if I seem like I am bouncing all over the place mentally. I hope I'm not confusing you, but this is the way it works for me. I do it in stages. Okay, so these are down. I need some smaller flowers. Maybe what I will do is I'll use the white and do baby's breath. I'll do white with for baby's breath, and then I will do some hole punched. Oh, I wonder if I've got yellow with an orange. Yellow and orange. I've got orange and blue, yellow and red. I'm looking for some Kim bits that. What do you think? You think those would be nice? That would make nice for flowers on there. Picks up the bit of yellow there. This has just a hint of yellow over here. I think I like that. I think I'll use this. Hole punch, regular hole punch for doing regular size holes for doing in a binder. I want 8. 3. 6. 8. Those are cute. Yeah, baby's breath on both would be very cute. Look at these. I gotta hold them up. How am I gonna hold them up for you to see? I should always have like a little stiff piece of cardstock or something so I could lift this stuff up to show you. I don't know how well you can see it against this green. Then I shake it and they go face down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, so I've got 2 upside down. Oh, let's do this again. Can you see those? Camera's not picking them up great. But I'm going to use those, and then I will show you on the hearts. Let's turn that back on. Sorry, just need a drink. No, actually what I do is I just take my toothpick and I dip it in the glue on the wrong side, and I just put it down. And the reason I wanted 8 is because I'm doing 5 on this one and 3 on that one. So they're going to be very similar. They'll have the same elements. I like tiny things. I don't know why. Don't know why. All right. So we've got those glued down. Let's outline them with the black. These ones went down first. Let's make sure there's no glue. Bung up the gel pen. Outline them with the gel pen. Do a center. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do lines from the center all the way out. Can you see that? This is the one I just did. It's got the little lines going from the center radiating out. Totally different than just the plain yellow and red down. Now, can you see the difference between those ones and these ones? Thanks, Belinda. So I'm going to do the same with the ones on this heart. Outline them in the black. I find it easier. I have tried doing it with a black marker and doing the edging like I do the other edgings. It's really hard to do hole punches with that. You get really mucky. Just so you know. Okay, so now we've got those ones. So now I'm going to put some baby's breath on. So I need my ugly brush. I just have to go over here and grab it because I hadn't planned really on painting today. But I should know better because it's mixed media, right? You never know what you're going to use. I'm going to use this ugly brush today. So, ugly brush, dip it in the white, tap it off on your palette because you don't want it overly heavy. And then we're just going to do some baby's breath. Can you see baby's breath? You'll learn how to hold the paper so that when you do wobble cuts, your nails don't get in the way. So you can show you the difference between with baby's breath and without. Let's do this again. Oh, is it focusing? There we go. There we go. I found the sweet spot. Okay, so now I'm going to add baby's breath to this other one. And I'm not going to dip it in the paint. I'm just going to use the stuff that I patted off on there. Focus. The second one, the paint isn't as heavy. I think I'm going to go back and dip it in the paint and then tap it off again because it's very, very pale. But I'm just going to do it in a couple of spots. Let's put it in the paint this time, Kim. Yeah. So now I'm going to outline this heart, like the cutout heart, because when you've got it on a page, you've got that blank spot underneath it, right? So if you're using it as a pocket, you can doodle in that heart, whatever. But I like having those little cutouts. Just add something for me. I don't know. So I'm going to use the white gel pen. Is it better if I have this light on or off, guys? Hey, Karen, welcome, welcome. Monday morning. It's still Sunday afternoon here. I am just playing decorating hearts. And played fairy houses because we had to take a left turn. So I just did like little S marks around that. And that also adds a little bit of something. This one I'm just going to add white dots around. Probably be just as easy to turn my paintbrush around and use the handle to do the white dots. But it's okay. It's okay doing it this way. I was just doing little heart cluster floral things. You'll gain a day going home, yeah. Am I on screen? Am I in focus? Can you guys see those? So actually, I'm thinking what would be really cute actually behind this, because my mind doesn't quit. I have a piece of lace with a flower on it. I wonder. if, come on, all of a sudden my hands aren't working right. What about like a piece of lace behind that with a flower? Is the outside of that conflicting with it? Maybe the leaves, just the leaves of the lace. Anyway, just a piece of lace behind that would be gorgeous. So now I'm thinking about the edge of the heart. Because depending on the page it's on, you could lose it. Like I find that against the brown paper, they kind of get lost. So I don't know if I want to outline them with black, like do the black edge. Let's do the black edge because it's just the go to for me. Of course, you could use ink if you've got the distress inks or whatever, you could use that. I don't have any. So I'm just going to use my black marker. It just finishes it off that little bit. Of course, you could go with those dots or whatever you used around the heart all the way around the big heart if you want, it's just do it until you feel it feels right. There, now I've got it outlined in the black, and it just seems to give it an edge. Like if you look at it against here compared to this one still kind of gets lost. Let's put it against that green and I'll show you. I will show you. Do you see what I mean? The upper one has been outlined with the black and it gives it that bit of punch. The bottom one has not been outlined and it's just there. So I'm going to outline this in black as well. Oh, guys, it's almost been 2.5 hours. I've got 2 hearts done. Well, 3. And an apartment block. So like I say, you don't have to do black. I do it because it's what I've got. And if you can do it to go around the inside hearts too, it's dicey, but you can do it. That's when I go around the side of the marker. I don't use the tip. Whoop. And that finishes it off really nice. Yeah, like you do your tags. So I'm going to do the same thing to this cutout heart. Like I say, you could use anything other than black as well. You could use purple, you could use orange, you could use polka dots if you could get polka dots on there. So we've got the hearts. These are the ones I really want to get done because, yeah, distressed look. When I do the distressed look, I use paint because, as I say, I don't have the inks. So I will take just a brown paint, just a little bit of brown paint. Just in case you guys didn't see this, I think I did this on a live as well. really wet brush. You want it quite wet. So it's a wash, right? And then I would just go around the edge like this, like you would with the distress inks. Oh, let's not spatter those. Oh, I spattered it. I guess I have to spatter it now. That's okay. And I do it with paint. Okay, Karen, take care. See you when you get home. Safe travels. So I'm just going to spatter it. Because it just, spatter adds something to it too, right? I like it with a little bit of spatter. Sometimes I'll use white, sometimes I'll use black, sometimes I'll use the brown. But since I've got the brown, but see, like it does, it gives it the distressed look. Let's do this. Come on. It gives it distressed look, but it's paint. I've done it with coffee as well. Yeah, it does save money on buying inks. You can do any color you want then. Metallics work absolutely incredible for this. But I mean, then you have to wait for it to dry, right? Of course, you can if you've got something handy to dry it with. Oh, I'm creating a slide here. No, no slides. Let's just mop it up a little bit. But if you used a metallic, it's a whole different outlook. But yeah, any color. If you find that it's too light, do it 2 or 3 times. Let it dry between times. But yeah, I try and save money every way I can. That's why I do this. That's why I do the wet paint things. Oh, Belinda's off. Oh, okay. So anyway, I'm going to call that a done deal today. Thank you guys very much for being here. I hope I inspired you to play. I hope I've given you some ideas of other things to do with bits and pieces and scraps and So yeah, it's been 2.5 hours. So as I say, I am going to sign off. I'll give another close up of these guys. Sort of, maybe. Let's use the paper. My hands are so mucky. I don't have a problem with it, but I do know that some people have issues with mucky hands. So I added this one because you can see the distressing on it. Go rest. I'm good. I'm gonna go upstairs and bake bread right away. I just don't want to be up to 11 baking bread, so that's why I'm going to, you know, leave you guys with some fun ideas. I hope. Let's do this light thing again. It's really. I have one of those. It's not a touch light, but you wave in front of it. So yeah, thanks very much for being here. I appreciate you guys all. You know what? I try and understand. It took a little bit to get that one, but we did it. Thank you very much, Anne, for sending me that picture of the storefront. Just took me a moment to catch on. Please try out making some hearts. They add so much on a page. Just something on the corner, something, you know, makes people smile. So thanks again. Appreciate you all. See you on Tuesday. Don't forget, I'm doing a pop up on Wednesday with Kel to do some crocheting. And have a wonderful day tomorrow, everyone. Bye. Lost my mouse again.